Hello my lovelies, it is time for another reading vlog, so stay tuned. Good morning my lovelies. I am hoping to get so much reading done this week. Let me show you my goal. I want to read all of this week. I know it's a lot, but some of them I've already started. If you watched my last vlog, you'd know. I am currently buddy reading from Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Very much enjoying it. I haven't read today's pages yet, so I'm currently on page 277 of this, but a little over halfway. The plan is to finish this, what day? On Thursday. So yeah, working on that. I'm also reading Most Likely by Sarah Watson and very much enjoying this. I'm on page 257, so I'd say about 2/3 of the way through. And I'm listening to A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab, and I'm on page 173 of this. So not quite 1/3 of the way. This is a chunker, but hopefully I can get those all knocked out pretty soon. And the other 3 books that I have here that I want to try to finish this week, we have The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kirsten White. This is one of my Once Upon a Book Club boxes, so I'll be reading this and unboxing like all the gifts and stuff that came along with it. This also is for my spooky read for my TBR Knockout. And then also for my TBR Knockout, I want to do How to Make Friends with the Dark by Kathleen Glasgow for a book with like night sky elements on the cover because it says stars all over it. And then I also want to read one of my library books. So I want to read Over the Woodward Wall by A. Deborah Baker, aka Shauna McGuire. So those are my goals. And I've got a couple of videos I need to edit. I've got some Merry Bookmas Readathon stuff that I need to work on. But also I've got some book mail. So this is an ARC I won from Library Things, and it's called Needlework by Julia Watts. And it actually, it went on sale today. This came yesterday. And it's relatively short, 272 pages. And I thought it sounded really cute. It says, while other 16-year-old boys in rural Morgan, Kentucky love hunting and football, Cody prefers to spend his time quilting with his grandmother, Nanny, watching Golden Girls reruns, and listening to old Dolly Parton albums. Nanny is Cody's main caregiver, but it takes both Nanny and Cody to take care of Cody's mother, whose drug problem is spinning out of control. Between looking after mommy and trying to survive in a place that doesn't look kindly on feminine boys, Cody already has a hard time making sense of his life. But then he uncovers a family secret that will change everything. And I thought it sounded super cute, and it actually kind of made me think of my friend Clint because of like the Golden Girls and the Dolly Parton and all of that. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I don't know when exactly I will get to it, but yay. Okay, so that is it as far as this check-in goes, and I'm just gonna go read, and I will talk to you later. Good morning, my lovelies. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and Xander is home. He woke up with a bit of a stomach ache this morning, so he's staying home from school. Apparently, like, the entire drum line is pretty much out because of some stomach bug, so that's no good. Well, hopefully that will pass quickly and he'll be feeling better. Hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, I got some reading done yesterday. I got a little bit of editing done. I talked with Clint and Kaylani, and we really worked out a lot of stuff for our next round of season-a-thon, and we have our author lined up, and I felt like I was very productive yesterday. So I did my pages of From Blood and Ash, and I'm currently on page 339. So today I've got to get somewhere around like here, and then tomorrow finish. I'm excited. I'm enjoying this. And let's see what else. I've continued listening a little bit more of A Conjuring of Light. I'm on page 185 of this. This book is so long. And I finished Most Likely by Sarah Watson, and I freaking love this book. It was 5 stars. I actually teared up at the end because it was just such a good ending, and I loved it so much. So we follow these 4 girls, and they're in their senior year of high school. At the very beginning of the book, it's like the prologue and the epilogue are set in like a future time. It's set in January 2049, I believe it is. Yeah, in Washington, D.C. And one of these 4 girls is being named President of the United States. The rest of the time is back in 2019, 2020, where they're in their senior year of high school, and they're all dealing with different things. There is an LGBTQ plus rep in here. I don't want to say who that is. There is disability rep. There is mental illness representation in here. One of the girls is dealing with, she was adopted, and she's always been curious about her adopted mother, and she also deals with depression, and she doesn't know if maybe that came from her mom or not, like her biological mother or biological father or not. She also wants to go to art school. That's like her dream, and her adoptive mother wants her to go and some Ivy League school. And then we have another girl who really wants to go to this Ivy League school, but she's struggling with like her SAT scores. They're not great. And we have one girl who wants to get out and go somewhere, anywhere else. She wants to go to like MIT or something like that, but she's not sure that she'll be able to pay for college, and she's afraid she's going to be stuck in this little small town, and she's not thrilled about that. We have another girl who is like the reporter for the school newspaper, and she is working on this article, big deal article for her. So there's something going on with this park that every year the seniors go and they carve their names into part of this playground equipment, and when it's their turn, they go to carve their names, and the place has been fenced off and nobody can get in there, and it's being demolished for an office building to go in. And so our reporter girl, she's trying to get the dirt and find out, like, and they're all trying to figure out ways to like stop this from happening and save the park and everything else that they have going on. And in the prologue, it talks about the man that she's married to, and I was like, okay, well, whoever gets involved with this guy, that's the one that's going to end up being president. But they're all like intertwined with this person, and you don't know until you get to the very end really who it is. And I love it. It is so good. There's just so much in this, and it's such a sweet book. And also the friendships in here are just so spectacular, and yes, I loved it. I highly recommend it. 5 stars. I can't believe I waited so long to read this. Love it. Also, I got my next Sipsby box here, and if you don't know, Sipsby is a tea subscription box. It's very, very cool. It's customized completely to you. You go and you fill out this whole like profile thing, like this quiz on flavors you like and things like that. And then they customize a box for you. And then each month when you get your teas and you try them out, you can go and you can rate them on their website, and they will more customize the box to you. So if you get something that you're like, I didn't really like that, you can put that whatever you didn't like or whatever you loved, and they'll tweak things so that eventually you'll be getting everything that you like. And that's kind of how the boxes are for me at this point. So here's what it looks like. These are my October teas, and it says made for Melanie on the back. And it says, it's beginning to feel a lot like fall, Melanie. October is here, and it brings crisp mornings, beautiful leaves, and sweater sleeves wrapped around a steaming cup of tea. So you can get loose leaf tea, you can get individual tea bags. If you get loose leaf tea, they do send you this little drawstring bag that has little disposable tea bags in it. Okay, so let's see what teas we have. So for me personally, the kind of teas that I have found that I like the most are like fruity teas or like desserty teas, or just regular straight up tea that you can sweeten. Einstein. So those are kind of like what's customized for me. So the first one I have here is High Calf Teas Palm Berry Black. Fine black tea blended with an extra boost of caffeine. And this is by the Republic of Tea. And I have 4 individual bags of this. And it says it has 130 milligrams of caffeine. It says very high caffeine, fine black tea with juicy flavors of pomegranate and blueberry. Perfect for a fruit-filled energy buzz without the added sugar. It has even more caffeine than black tea. Cool. Okay, give me 1 second because I gotta take something away from Einstein. He had a 12-pack box, like a soda box. Now he's right here, aren't you? You wanna say hi? Here's my boy. There's my boy. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Okay. Okay, the next tea we have here is a loose leaf tea. This is by Tea Kitten, Cacao Heart Eyes. And let's see what this says. Contains caffeine. This spiced cocoa blend is as warm and comforting as a cozy fire. Melted chocolate and cinnamon adds hints of sweetness to toasty chicory for a tea that will give you major heart eyes. Oh, this sounds so good. Yum. Okay, next up we have Teas from the Road Less Traveled. This is by Charities. It's Olive and Dingo's color changing tea. Naturally sweet herbal tea with peach, mango, and coconut. Okay. Looks like that. And this one is a loose leaf as well. It's caffeine free, blended lovingly with organic ingredients. This tea's magical color changing properties are thanks to butterfly pea flower, which turns your tea purple when mixed with citrus. Cool. And then last but not least, we have 4 individual bags. This is Salada Soothing Teas, comforting chamomile and vanilla. And it's also caffeine free. And this says, indulge in a moment of calm and quiet with soothing chamomile and rich vanilla. Yum. I'm excited to try all of these teas. They sound amazing. Okay, so what do I have going on today? Here in just a little while, I'm going to be loading Einstein up in the car, and he's got a grooming appointment. He's going to get all purty-fied today. He's got to get a little bit of a haircut because the hair at his backside is ridiculously long. I could actually braid it. I was braiding it the other day. So yeah, he's gonna get a little trim and he's gonna get washed and prettied up. And then I have a chiropractor appointment, so I'm gonna get snap, crackle, popped. Hopefully it'll help fix everything that's going on with my back still. And other than that, reading and editing, because I need to get my wrap-up vlog taken care of. So that's my day, and I will just talk to you later. So I did some filming today and I did some reading, and that's pretty much it. I did some stuff around the house. Not a whole lot of anything to vlog, but I did finish From Blood and Ash this morning by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I really enjoyed this. I give it 4 stars. This was fun and exciting and shocking and sexy. And I mean, like, okay, the sexy stuff didn't start happening until like chapter 30, but it was still like, it was cute and it was fun. We follow Poppy, who is the maiden. She is pure and being held like the highest esteem. She can't be touched. She can't be really spoken to. She can't be kissed. She can't get any kind of pleasure. Her face has to be covered, like people can't see her, things like that, until she reaches her 19th birthday, at which time she is offered to the gods, and her being deemed worthy by the gods will affect whether these people are ascended to like this status where they live like a really long time. But Poppy is not really okay with this whole arrangement. She's not happy because everything that everybody else can do, she doesn't get to experience anything. And when she gets this new guard who's like honor bound to protect her, the urge to experience things and live and try things becomes a little too much, and things get very complicated. This was fun. This was shocking. There were things I didn't see coming. Like I said, there were some steamy scenes in here. And there's also these beings called, so there's Craven and Wolven and Atlantean. I think Craven is sort of like a in-between human and Wolven. And I mean, they're still like these beasts. And then Wolven is like pretty much a werewolf. And then the Atlanteans, from what I understand, they seem like vampires, and they can live thousands of years. They're not like completely immortal. They can be killed, but they live like a really, really, really long time. So yeah, this was like perfect for this time of year. I loved it. I can't wait to read the next one next month, and I'm gonna give this 4 stars. I did also listen to some more of A Conjuring of Light, and I am currently on page 384 of this. So I don't know. I don't think I'm quite 2/3 of the way through. Hopefully I can finish this tomorrow. I don't know. I have an appointment tomorrow, but other than that, I think I'm free to just read a lot. I am getting a little bit concerned about trying to fit these 3 into this week still, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna go, and I will talk to you later. So I just spent like the last, I don't know, 4 hours vegging out here on the day bed with Bella, watching some Hell's Kitchen. But I did manage to finish a book today. I finished A Conjuring of Light by Victoria Schwab. This is the 3rd and final book in the Darker Shade of Magic series. I'm going to give it 4 stars. Here, Bella, you hold that for me. I'm going to give this 4 stars. I have to say, I did enjoy A Gathering of Shadows more than A Conjuring of Light. I was kind of swooning at certain things in that one. This one, I don't know. I think there were just like too many perspectives. Like, we have our main characters and we have their perspectives, but then there's also like a bunch of side characters. We get like a chapter or 2 in their perspective, and so I don't know. I seem to always have a problem whenever a book has too many perspectives, and it kind of just takes me out of whatever's going on. And so, like, there was a lot that happened in this book, and like we're getting to the big penultimate ending, you know, the big battle and all of that, and we lose people along the way, and it should be more emotional, and it wasn't. And I think it wasn't because of so many perspectives. But I did still really enjoy it. I liked how the whole thing wrapped up. And I don't know, I think maybe it could have been less. Like it could have been a smaller book. This was a long book. And I think it could have been a smaller book if you'd taken out a bunch of extra perspectives. But yeah, I'm gonna give this 4 stars. And it's like after 11, and we didn't have a football game today. They're on fall break, but weird thing, they didn't have a football game today, even though they had school today. But next week, during the middle of their fall break, they'll have a football game, which is stupid, but it is what it is. So yeah, we didn't have a game tonight, so we just kind of hung out at home, and I'm gonna go to bed so I can get up fairly early tomorrow because I want to get a lot of stuff done. We'll see how that goes. I also want to start my Once Upon a Book Club box. I need to get that, The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. I would like, possibly, I don't know if this is going to happen, but I would like to just finish that tomorrow. We'll see if that happens or not, but I'm going to try. All right, I will talk to you possibly in the morning. Good morning. So I have started The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. So apparently last time I started reading this, I only got to page like 45. But our first gift is on page 81. All I really know about this going in, because I didn't like reread the synopsis or anything, I know that it follows Elizabeth Frankenstein, who is the sort of the adoptive sister of Victor Frankenstein. As a child, he did something, I don't know what at this point, he did something severe enough that his family had to up and move, and they found Elizabeth in an orphanage and pretty much bought her to be a special friend for Victor, and to also help socialize him, make him a little more normal, keep him out of some trouble, keep him from doing terrible things. And it's going back and forth between their childhood together and her, like, you know, constantly doing whatever she needs to do to be this perfect person for Victor and to have all of his love and to be necessary for this family. And current time, which is, I think she's 17 years old, and Victor went away to do like studying at university or whatever, and he's been gone for like 18 months, and it's been like, I think, a year since she's heard anything from him. And his friend Henry had gone along with him, and the last she heard from Henry was 6 months ago, where Henry is no longer with Victor. So Victor's on his own, and she's searching for him, because if she returns home pretty much without him, then the Frankensteins will have no more use for her, and she'll be out on her butt. And she needs Victor, and she feels like Victor needs her. Anyway, I'm on page 81. I got to the first gift. It says, I pulled out the key I found beneath Victor. So I'm guessing we'll have a key here. Oh, and if you don't know, the way these Once Upon a Book Club boxes work is when you get to a certain page, you'll find a post-it note that says open your gift, and then you go into your box and you, hold on, you find the gift that has that page number on it. So this one is right here. It's definitely more than just a key. Anyway, it's something that goes along with the story. So let's open our first gift. Okay, so there are two things in here. One, we have the key, and it says this is Elizabeth's key, and the purse she kept it in. So here is our purse. Cute little clutch. This is made out of like felt. So I mean, it's cute, but it is like a super cheapy kind of thing. And then the key, this is a pretty like decorative skeleton key. I honestly don't know that I would use this purse, but I'll put the key on my shelves. Okay, so it looks like our next gift is going to be in this envelope here. It says Elizabeth Lavenza Frankenstein Manor. And we'll just see what that is when we get to it. Shouldn't take me too long, like 53 pages. So I'll be back shortly with the next gift. Okay, so I have gotten to the next gift on page 134, and it says, I opened the letter, and this is a letter to her from, oh, let me put my bookmark in here, from her to, or from Henry to her. Henry is a friend of theirs from childhood, and Henry wanted to marry Elizabeth, and she told him that he needed to go and get Victor's blessing because she wouldn't want to do anything to hurt him. And this was his response. And yeah, it is the letter. I don't want to read this because I don't want there to be any spoilers. So anybody that hasn't read the book. But yes, it is her letter from Henry. Okay, let me see what the next gift is. Okay, so this should only take a few minutes because the next gift is on page 156. It is, I don't think this is going to focus, but it is this little velvet box here. And so that's like 22 pages, so I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, I've gotten to page 156. It says, next to Justine on the bed was the glittering gold accusation of guilt, my necklace. So I'm guessing this is the necklace inside. Yes, Elizabeth's locket. And it's a book locket, and it's Frankenstein. Okay, so yeah, the front here, which I don't think will focus, is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, and inside is a picture of the Victor's mother. All right, so I think there's one gift left. Okay, the last gift is for page 245. So let's see, a little under 100 pages. Okay, I will be back. Maybe in a couple of hours. We'll see. Okay, I have gotten to the last page. This is really, really good. I'm very much enjoying it. Did I say the last page? I mean the last gift. It says the pages that he loved had dissolved in the water, leaving only the empty shell of it. Okay. So let's see what we've got. Oh, it was talking about a book, and it's actually a jewelry case. Empty shell of the book-shaped jewelry box. That's very cool. And it kind of has like a magnetic close. And it's got a little foam here. I don't know that you can see the divide, but there's like divides all throughout for you to put rings or whatever. Cute. I like that. I think this is probably my favorite out of this particular box. Yeah, the way this story has gone, it's like the story of Frankenstein, but you're seeing everything from a different perspective. You're seeing everything from Elizabeth Frankenstein, or her name originally, Elizabeth Lavenza. You're seeing it all from her perspective and her caring for Victor and how the monster is affecting her and all of that. And It's so good. So good. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens with this last little bit, because this is it. That's all that's left. Oof. I mean, I'm really glad that I had read Frankenstein prior to this, because I know like where in the story things are, and like, yeah. So this is really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go. We have to actually go out for a little while, and I'm gonna take my book with me, and I'll probably also take along How to Make Friends with the Dark, and I will just talk to you later this evening when we get back. So I didn't end up actually reading anything more yesterday. When I went to the place where I thought I was going to be sitting and reading, I ended up on the phone the entire time. So yeah, I didn't get any more reading done then. And then after I got home, I wasn't doing any more reading. So I ended up going to bed at a pretty decent time last night and got up bright and early and was so incredibly productive today. I got work done around the house, I got reading done, and then we also had some fun time. So this morning I finished The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kirsten White, and I really enjoyed this so very much. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. This is a great Frankenstein retelling from a different perspective, and I really enjoyed this take on it. And I've pretty much already told you all about it. So yeah, 4 stars for this. And then I was working on the enclosed patio, doing a second coat of the light blue walls, and also like working on pulling all the tape off and all of that. And during that, I was listening to How to Make Friends with the Dark by Kathleen Glasgow. And considering the things that I actually have going on in my life at the moment, this may have been the best time or the worst time to read this. So I was told to go into this when I was in a really good headspace because of how emotional this book was going to be. And I cannot say that I went into it with a good headspace. However, I did listen to the entirety of this today while working on the enclosed patio, and that helped kind of keep me in check. I think it kind of gave a little bit of a distraction while I was listening to it, though it wasn't like anything that I had to really think about while I was doing it, but it kept my mind off of other things. And this, it follows a girl who is 16 years old, and it's just been her and her mom, single mom, kind of an overprotective mom. She never really let her daughter do a whole lot of anything, but they were pretty close. And she finally wanted to go to this dance with this boy, and her mom and her kind of got into a fight over it because her mom wasn't really sure about letting her go. And while she was at school, her mom kind of became a little more accepting of it, the idea, and went out and ended up buying her this dress, which she really didn't like the dress. And they got into this big argument about it, and she said something not very nice to her mom about, why don't you just leave me alone already, or something like that. And then her mom ended up having an aneurysm and died. And she ended up going into like the foster care system for a while and stuff. And this was really just the story of her grief and her dealing with this and her feeling bad for, you know, having not been nice to her mom, and also seeing how bad things are for all these other kids that are in the foster care system or the juvenile detention system, and how she didn't have it as bad as she thought, and she didn't appreciate what she had and as much until she didn't have it anymore. And yeah, this was emotional. And I'm going to give it 4 stars. So also tonight, after we did all the stuff, or I did all the stuff around the house that I wanted to do, got all ready and took me, Amarty, Xander, 4 of his friends and one of my friends, and we all went to CC's Pizza and had dinner, and then we went to this place called Dread Hollow, which is like this haunted, Katniss is moving my tripod, this haunted house type thing, and that was a lot of fun. All right, so let's see. I think I, for the most part, completed everything I wanted to complete this week. Well, except for Over the Woodward Wall, but reading A Conjuring of Light was something that I wasn't planning on doing until next week's, or no, most likely was something I read early. Anyway, I think it'll be fine to move this to next week. So let's see. So this is, maybe this, I can't remember if this was this week or last week. Oh, dropped my card. But yeah, this is what I finished. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you.